everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing mono black, but in a different way than what you're probably used to, as most mono black decks right now are discard oriented. Instead, we're going back to its roots and playing more of a mid-range kind of aggro strategy, with Archfiend of the Dross kind of being our primary kind of win con in a sense. Like, it itself isn't like a win con, but it is a win con. It's super weird. I wouldn't say it's the only thing we're doing to win the game, but we're using a lot of things like Preacher for value. We're using Liliana for value. We're using Kaervek as a one of it. When we play it, we want it. This is basically, if you don't want to play one of this, you can play a third Gix. It's kind of what this is. But outside of that, we are playing 4 Deep-Cavern Bats, 4 Caustic Broncos, and our removal package is a little weird because obviously we have a little bit more than meets the eye with this removal package, and also playing like a, I mean, you can see all this removal, and Archfiend being a 6/6 flyer is pretty good as a removal spell. Other than that, we are kind of a really low to the ground deck version. Not maybe mono red low to the ground, but pretty low for the most part until we hit this weird 4 mana hitch as a 4 of. And then we're playing a lot of kind of top end cards to just help in the weird matchups where we need a ton more value. For example, if we're against Boros, the kind of token producing deck, we want a card like the Inner Sun to just constantly cast spells out of our deck. Even like worst case scenario, it hits a Duress, but at least we can take something, you know? Or if best case scenario, it hits a Virtue, and then we're reanimating things on and on. But the best thing about this deck overall is, again, this Archfiend with so many token decks going around, and this being a 6/6, it actually helps bridge the gap on a lot of those matchups where if a creature my opponent controls dies, they lose 2 life. That obviously counts all their tokens, so when we can hit things with like cut down and go for the throat with an Archfiend in play, or Liliana minuses, or just attacking in general, because this is a flying 6/6 that like 8 damage a turn is very, very possible, and it just becomes very, very good. So outside of that, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the games. If you all enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing. Truly appreciate it, and let's just go out there and see if we can't make this deck work. 2 lands, some go for the throats, and a super aggro meta with a lot of 3-drops. I mean, yeah, we just got to hit a land. Hopefully, anyway. Orzhov. Well, at least we found a thing to play here. Can't wait to attack with this Bronco and hit a Virtue and just take a solid 7 to the dome. That's my favorite part. Which one of my things you want? Gix, that makes sense. Nice. Now when I hit Virtue here, it's going to hit them for 7, right? Right, team? Right, team? Alright, it's 3. Caustic Bronco doing its best impression of being a all-star. They have Kaervek. They have 3. They play Gix. Sure. You can pay 1 to draw a card. You will not have Gix for long, though. Especially considering I keep drawing go for the throats, apparently. Let's just remove this. Obviously, there's no crime to be committed. I am just going to barrel it. I'm going to guarantee you 5 here. Nice. With missing a land drop, I was willing to take the risk of hitting a land there, and on the Caustic Bronco instead of like saddling it up. And especially where I'm at, like they could play a Beezer or something here, which only gains them life. Which obviously is good, but at the same time, it's not near as good. Allow it. I don't think 11 is a lot different than 10. Kelly. Well, they know I have go for the throat, so I'm at 0 here. Yeah, my bad, bro. I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Well, attack. Oh. That's a lot of damage. Go ahead. We have 2 go for the throats held open here, so it's like kind of fine. Aclazotz works as a really good play and do the Caustic Bronco plan. They get rid of a land. What do we see from them? They don't have the thing to pay for that. And they're potentially dead here. Just get both these off the board. They don't have the mana, so we don't have to worry about the trigger popping off here. We can just double pop these. And now we can go to combat and potentially win here. All right, we find a land. I play Gix. And then I saddle here. And I go to combat and see if we win. Oh! Exactsies. Update. We didn't even hit him. That is... Caustic Bronco has been out for a while, and that is the first time that I've had its trigger kill my opponent, I believe. I've been killed by it. Like my own. Like I've died to my own trigger, but I've never like saddled it and had to actually kill him, especially for just a big giant 6. That's funny. That is super funny. All right, we go first. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, a land, and we're off to the promised land. Oh, it's all we're looking for. Blue black, sure. Play the Bronco. Another cut down against this match is like 50-50 on whether it's good or bad. It kind of depends what version they're on. Combat. Oh no. Freezer. If they're like the hard blue-black control deck, we can definitely get slammed. Or our cut down's good. I've learned that. Their cut down doesn't do anything. I'm the only one like that got flashbanged by that decision. Like, we're both at 20. I'm just gonna attack and draw a card and make a 1/1. Don't care. Kind of whatever. I kind of want to blow up one of them, but I'll just cut down this thing when I need to. I kind of want to play this, then cut it down, but I don't want them to attack and shut off my preacher for an entire turn. All right, there's one of those. Sure. Sorcery. So they're now in combat. Remove this. When it dies, -1/-1, and they only have a mana available. They mill 2, targeting themselves. All right. Interesting spot. I definitely think I get rid of this. I think I'm on... We're on instep here, so I think I'm on blow this up. Go get a swamp and then cut down the beast finder. And they don't float a mana, so counter spell's not available. Which is like something I had to worry about. Swamp. The splash portal is interesting, honestly. I guess that screwed up that plan, huh? I have a higher life total. There's no way to really get around that. So let us just go ahead and Deep-Cavern Bat. Because I would like to get the same life total as them, because then I get way more value, especially in this matchup where they go super wide. Sure. Get to find out what the last cards are. Good cards. Thankfully... Let's move to combat. Let's attack. We don't really care about this last creature. Another land. Not ideal what we're looking for, but at least our opponent looks like they're a tap out deck here. And with another land, which I guess I said it wasn't ideal, but honestly, ooh, we're 2. Yeah, that's the annoying part of that card. I forgot what the annoying clause on that card was. They have 2 of them, huh? Legendary, so if I give them value, is that worse for me? It's kind of worse for me, I think. Let's play Archfiend. Into combat. This is just at the beginning of your upkeep. One, I guess. Ooh, Liliana's actually sick draw. Because now this is awkward. They do block. Okay. So now they can put -1/-1 on something, which can remove that. Sure. Now it's going to get one creature. Sure. Another creature for me to remove, if you would. Alright, obviously I'm going to prioritize removing that guy. Or that guy. I don't know. That's a lot of good hits. What do we need here? This is end step. Do I need to get this off the battlefield, or is it just worse because they have a second one? I think it's worse. This card's kind of annoying. It shuts off my dude. I guess it's just that. This is at the beginning. Resolve that. I say I should get a response after that resolves. The beginning of your step, if a creature in opponent control would die. Okay, I thought it was just me, but I had to make sure before I made this game action. Obviously. Counter goes down. Here. Here, I guess.
No more distractions.
Minus. Now they could get rid of the Vren because like of how it works. Attack. Vraska's pretty cool. Not gonna be great here, obviously. Now they go to 1. Sure. Good dude. You have a way to remove my Archfiend. Okay. Not really what they're looking for, I don't think. They mill me. Thank you, I guess. Like, honestly, bless up on that mill, dude. Yeah, and they just don't have an answer for my flyers, so it doesn't matter what they do here. We go first. I mean, the walkers are ready. Liliana is always a little awkward with Vraska in hand because it's like a lot of times you're plussing with Liliana will never allow you to get to Vraska if that's how the curve kind of pans out. But I might wait one turn depending what my opponent's on to play like a Caustic Bronco following my Deep-Cavern Bat. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, they have cut down. It's fine. Fire this off. Might have been thinking about Surveil Land or something. That might have been the thing that took their decision a little while here, and they opted to go for cut down over that. Yeah, so they did have a tap land. Choking Yawgmoth. All right. Assassin's Trophy. Brother, relax. Like, holy, bro. Didn't realize you were that scared of the player already. 2+ cut down answers like nothing they got going on. I just get rid of it and try to save for this Vraska pretty much. This is a dead card, but yeah, I would say obviously get rid of it. You rip a land, yeah, but it's not that great, huh? I think you're thinking about Assassin's Trophying Liliana, which I'd be a big fan of because then my Vraska is great. I'd be a big fan of Assassin's Trophy at sorcery speed. Thank you. Well, I guess like here you'd want to do it at sorcery speed, right? Because like nothing feels worse than I plus the Lily and then you Assassin's Trophy it. But a lot of times you want to prioritize doing it on the end step. But yeah, they opt to go for it. Sweet. We go get land. Which one of these basics do we need? All of them. It's my turn. Leave me alone. All right. So cool part here is I now get to play a Mirrex, and I will just play this. Like this. Just plus. Okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I figured it out. There's a preacher. Oh, nice draw brick. This one. See, you hear me gasp myself, by the way? Like I had a lot of control over that draw. Good draw, brick. Heck yeah. Oh! Very cool. This is one of the reasons you don't use Assassin's Trophy, by the way. There's a reason it's not playable right now. Because Assassin's Trophy, if you're not a big go over the top deck, you're just in trouble. Yeah, that makes sense. I think if you're stuck on 3 lands and I have 6 in play and potentially another one, with 2 walkers in play that you like just can't answer, probably the game is over. Because I just don't know how you get back. Even if they ever play a creature, I just make it a treasure. All right, we go first. Wow, Arena's being nice. It's letting me go first today, which is a really bad sign for when the set finally drops, because then I'm going to find myself on the draw all the time. It gets red that never changes. They're going to be like, why is my opponent so mad? Opponent being me, by the way. Why are they so mad? I killed him on turn 2 or 3. I don't understand. That's just me, dude. I'm just a grumpy old man. And I'm against Pixie Blade, dude. Oh, no. I've already lost composure. It's over for me. They're going to play a big snake and I'm going to lose. Honestly, with this deck, a lot of times I feel pretty confident if I'm actually on the draw. Because of the way it works. Like, if I'm not against mono red, I feel actually really good. Because, like, their hand's curving out so well now. Where it becomes kind of awkward the opposite way around. I would like to look. It doesn't matter in my deck. I don't know why I made it pretend like it mattered. I mean, it's got to be braids. There's just no other take here. Cut down can't remove other things. Can't remove this. Go for the throat can. I don't think they're gonna have discard effects, but they could. So I'm just gonna go ahead and virtue this so it's safe. Now I am a higher life total, so if they play Biza, they got it. I think I would probably surveil first. I guess it doesn't matter. This is not scry 2. It's just surveil 1 or scry 1. Oh, they kept 2. That's not good. Attack, hit, and call it a day, I guess. What you got for me? Sure. The cake is carroting, that's for sure. Stack everything and make a snake. Sure. Honestly, I will cut down this. Which is weird, because the problem is, if I don't cut down this, the snake has to sack everything they have. If that's their draw. They're this stack. Oh, no. It's a wall. I mean, it's a no 4 wall, I guess. You got it. No! Hey, look. Let me in there. What do you got? Zorline? Biza and hope Zorline sucks, I guess. Like, hopefully they just don't hit a land, or if it's a land, it's tapped. But they had these carrot cakes, so I think they know what their play is. Yeah, it's a tap land. Will you play this? We could get really lucky here, depending how my opponent plays this out. What does this do? When one more non-creature... Okay. Sure. Nope. Sure. I wish I could find a land for this Aclazotz. That'd be pretty sweet. To be honest with you. I'd be a pretty big fan of that. Alright, 16, 25. They'll play that next turn and then be able to bring back this Pixie, picking up this Blade, and then I'll lose something in exchange. Oh, they come on top, no! Let me see a Gix command, honestly. Or a cut down. Ooh, that's pretty good. Which one? You want Biza or do you want this one? You want that one? Okay, that makes sense. Definitely a better card. I am now losing, team. I don't know if you know that or not yet, but I'm dying. Sacrifice that. Yeah, sure. Why not? Ooh. Now this is where it's weird, because I can't let this live, right? Do I Preacher or do I Deep-Cavern Bat? I think it's Deep-Cavern Bat. Zorline's kind of annoying. And then I can cut down as well. Exactly how I want it paid. Thank you. Lookies. Cut down. I mean, I'm going for it all here. Get that off the board. I know that's an 0-4, but at the end of the day, it's like fine. I got a lot going on. Bring back the blade. That's that. It makes too much value, I suppose. This just holds the 1/1s back, so I'm not that worried about it. You gonna make your 0-4 big enough? Yeah, there you go. Another land, so now they can play Zorline and really go for it. They can bring the braids back too, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all bad. Like, this is also bad, I think. Maybe it would have made him not be able to... Yeah, I guess they wouldn't have been able to reanimate anything. Now it's in the yard to bring back again. I can't really stop their flyers, which is a tragic thing. I could go for the throat this, but that sucks. The way I do it is by demo fielding, by the way, if you're curious how I figured that out. And then the way my whole turn curves out is bad. So I'm gonna play an Aclazotz, I guess. Pass. Now they can obviously bring this back, but Aclazotz is in the air, so it makes this a little weird. This is definitely a defining game, that's for sure. Aclazotz attacking will be pretty good, but now that's a 4/4, so it makes it awkward. Sure. Why not, dude? Just keep pumping it. I mean, to be fair, like, they're kind of turning it into a target, even more so than it already is. But the problem is, it's still 5. What are you bringing back? Vanity? Probably, if I had to guess. What's in here? I don't even know. Blade? It's all bad. Wasn't everything. Honestly, not really sure. And just add on. Why not? Add on. Now the vanity doesn't stay. I take 6. In this awkward spot, bro. Sure. A Gix command would be good. Especially because I'm going to remove this. But going down to 10. You're like, so. I can blow this land up. Which counts as a target, which would allow me to go for the throat to Zorline. Is that better, or is just attacking, having this target them, a better trigger? I think that's a better trigger. Because it's still a crime. It's not... It's each opponent. It's not target. Thankfully, I still have this because I'm a moron. I'm an absolute idiot. Now, they can always bring this back to submit 0 because I can't do anything about it. I won't have the mana. They can always activate this and then return it if that's where they're at. The Braids is obviously a pretty good card. They're going to sack either the carrot cake or the foods or whatever they need to do. I will take this action. I still have this damage coming through. I'm going to gain 5. It's nice. Sure. Nice. Use your big snake. That's like the only thing I'm afraid of, kind of. I mean, I'm afraid of this pretty much, but I would love if I could rip a Gix command off the top. Although now it's a little weird because they're going to get this Biza back. Sure. So close to just being able to crush me here. Now this is just weirdly, because it doesn't gain any life, it is just weirdly a draw card. Just like fine. This. What are you opting to do here? Will I draw my one of, or will I not? Ooh, nice. Are you flickering? Interesting. Interesting. I'll play this guy. Now they can't really sacrifice lands or even like losing creatures, which is interesting, but I think they're gonna pay to bring it back. That's why you saw him go below my life total. Play everything out. Then pass. And now they can pay this to bring back the bees and go up. We could roll, sure. Gross, by the way. The builder's talent. All these talents are messed up, by the way. Like, Wizards were really in the kitchen when it came to making all these talents. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make them think they're bad, but they're all gonna be nuts. One top, one bottom. They do have a way to draw. 2 ways, actually. You go for it immediately. Here's what it is. Probably removal, if I had to guess. Just grow my 7/7 into something more. To be fair, I really don't have to block this thing. That's like the awkward part is I'll take my 8 because I have 10 on the back end if that's where they go. Yeah, they're just holding it as protection. Counter there. Let's see it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Hit here. No way they concede because it's lethal. We find lethal there. I was like, no way they concede, but actually it is just lethal. Our air assault is going to deal 10. All right, well, I'm not going to make the videos too long, at least for right now, as like a new set's coming out. Obviously, new cards are going to be getting posted. I'm not in it, but I probably need to start streaming, I guess. It's not really something I want to do that much. But if that's like the requirement for me to get a part of the streamer event, then I know it's called the streamer event, but I didn't know if every single person a part of that event streamed or not. You know, it's just called the streamer event. But like, can I get in and just make videos? I'm unsure. I don't know anybody that doesn't stream it, you know? Like, I haven't watched anybody that isn't also a streamer, but either way, the new set is out, kind of, sort of, you know, for other people, it's out. For us, it's not. But this is mono black mid range. We opted not to play discard, which is interesting. As I'm the one that, you know, is playing the deck, I made the decision not to play discard. But discard has felt bad for a while, and it has kind of had this weird like stigma of doing really well in the beginning, making them discard everything they ever owned, and then they just out top deck you, and then it feels like the worst loss you've ever had because you're just like, I just drew one good spell, and it's like, well, technically you drew incredibly well because you put them 0 cards in hand. You had the things, the bandits talents and stuff in play. They've done some damage, but now that you didn't draw anything else because you drew so well to get rid of every single card. But here we're just mid-range. I like how I went from like Orzhov mid-range to like adding a 3rd color to being like, nah, we'll just play mono black. It's like, I don't know where I'm going, but either way, I had fun playing this. There's a lot of things you can change about it that I changed because I was in best one and I wanted to play some of these high-end cards. It's a little risky with Caustic Bronco to play as aggressively as I am up here, but you could realistically trim some of these out to play a Gix command. This is really here just to generate value, and honestly, I wanted to play more Vraska in this deck. I've been liking this just as a Planeswalker because of the card advantage that it can get us. Like, maybe discard should look into playing Vraska, to be honest. I think this card is a little underrated right now because it's so hard to play against mono red, but in any other matchups, man, Vraska has felt like a very, very strong card for me at least. But other than that, seeing this card shine again was kind of sick. I like playing it. I hate when my opponent plays it because it makes the game so weird. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't have much more to say outside of that. Obviously, we're getting new cards in a couple of days. Or is it this weekend or next? I don't know. My week's going to be so messed up. We have an Apex Con this week, and I'm actually playing in a team event, a modern team event. I'm playing Through the Breach with Emrakul and Ulamog, so, you know, root your boy on or root against me. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate your support and negativity. Regardless. But with that said, I'm going to call it. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you next one. Thanks for watching and goodbye.